Hey guys, how's it going? Kirill here. First of all, if you haven't seen my previous video where I'm wearing the same clothes, please go back and check it out. I'm giving you a little bit of info on my reviews, and I want everybody to be up to date. Now, also, if you don't see little postings that I've showed in my previous video, again, that I described, just fast forward, check it out if I have them. If I don't, please watch my review a little bit later, maybe give me a couple hours or a day. It'll just help you focus on my video and have a little bit more pleasurable experience watching my review. Now, I have a lot to say, so let's get going. Bottle, very well designed. Primarily, look at this design. Very well made bottle. Cap, beautiful cap. That pattern is amazing. And also, not only the design is great, but the way they made the bottle, high quality. I want you to hear the click, the way that cap shuts on the bottle shows me that it's really sealed exactly the quality I want out of every single bottle that I own. Now the box, plain box with the Azzaro pattern, nothing special. On the top there's nothing on the top. On the bottom there's the barcode and the code that you should have on the bottom of the bottle, and then on the back there's writing. You can check out this writing right now by pausing the video if you would like to. Now let's get into the most important things. First, longevity. I get 6 hours every time. More I go towards 8-hour range, and then the most I've ever gotten was about 12 hours. So 6 to 12 hours, good longevity, no deductions for longevity. Projection is going to get a half a point deduction because it's just moderate. In the beginning it's very nice. First hour, first couple hours, very nice projection, exactly what I want, and then it dries down, it comes closer to the skin, and I'm not happy when I see that happening. But still, for a fresh summer fragrance, I cannot expect much more. Age. I could see people in high school, maybe even middle school, all the way up to 40 years old wearing this. Now past 40, I think people will go for more of a heavy fresh smell instead of this like light, crisp citrus smell. Now this brings me to the description of the smell. Actually, before I thought about going and testing everything out and looking at the notes and everything, right after my subscriber's choice, I saw a couple of votes for Chrome, and I put it on and I started testing out the waters, and I wore this to the gym. And I told my friend I was going to do a review on this, most likely, and he told me, hey, he always picks fun of me. He said, hey Kirill, so give me a little review right now. So I told him, this is exactly what I told him. I told him I have a tough time putting my finger on this, but I definitely get citrus, grapefruit citrus, primarily, and a little bit of floral. Just basically a clean, fresh smell with a citrus and floral, a hint of floral, not as heavy as citrus. And then when I came home and I started doing research, I looked at Tim's review, and I was really happy that he got grapefruit also, because my friend said there's no grapefruit actually. On the notes there's no grapefruit, it just says orange peel, I believe, and there's musk, and there's another citrus. I forgot what it's called. Check out the base notes if you would like to, but I'm into smell, so I'm going to tell you what it smells like. Basically, this is citrus smell with a hint of florals. The smoothness, it's smooth. It's not sharp citrus like Live Jazz. It's more of smooth citrus, and the sweetness comes from honey sweetness that I pick out in the top notes. Then as it dries down, you still get the citrus, you still get the top, but you add a lot more green. You just go with the greenery, and then as it dries down on the base notes, you get the woody coming in, the woody and green. That's how this fragrance develops. The situation, basically, this is, I'm going to tell you exactly what I think of. I picture me in a summer day. I wake up and I'm about to go to the St. Petersburg, and I'm in my summer village, and I step outside and I see my garden with flowers, and there's citrus trees. There's citrus trees growing everywhere. and also there's a house of bees, and you get that honey coming out of there. So it's just citrus trees and the garden and the bees, bee house, and the fresh, clean air. There's no pollution, zero pollution. In the villages, there's almost no cars that ever come there. So it's just clean, fresh air, and those smells just come to your nose. And then you're leaving the village, and you get to the train station, and you get in the train, and you take off, and you're going through a lot of forests and a lot of fields, because in Russia it's such a beautiful wilderness, but there's not too much people for the amount of land, because Russia is the biggest country in the world, and there's less than half the people that lived in the United States who live in Russia. So not too many people, too much land. So you see a lot of beautiful scenery with the forests and the fields, and it's all green, and then the green notes in this fragrance come out, and it's perfect match. And then right after you get off the train, you always get out its final destinations. It's like the towns around St. Petersburg, for maybe I would say 50 miles out, all the way around. There's a bunch of different cities, and not cities but little towns, and that look like, don't look anything like St. Petersburg. But then you have to switch a train, and you have to get on this public train that goes from St. Petersburg to the outskirts. So I'm sitting at the outskirts, and I get into this train, and about 5-6 hours have passed now, and I get in there, and every time I get in, there's a certain smell, and now I know why it smell, because as I said, in the Azzaro Chrome, there's woody notes on the base, and then in the train in Russia, there's woody benches. So there's just these. Now I know that the smell inside the train is called elektrichka. It's coming from those benches. So I sit on those benches, and I get the woody smell coming from the benches, and I take it all the way back to St. Petersburg. This is what I get. This is perfect. From floral in my garden and fresh air to greenery when I'm riding inside the train, because the greenery is a little bit not glowing, but I'd say it's a little bit, it's not crisp, fresh green. So I'm inside of a train, and therefore that's what I get. And then again, the woody, the same way. I'm inside of a different train with the wooden benches. Perfect description for this one right here. Now the season, it's spring and summer days, only days, so very specific on that. I wouldn't wear this anytime else, because for the night in the spring and summer, I would go with something else. So this definitely, for diversity, it gets a full point deduction. Not very diverse. Now, what else? Why you would hate this or love this? You would hate this because you would think it's synthetic or cheap made. I've got a lot of that. I looked on base notes, a lot of people say that. I definitely see it's synthetic, but it's very pleasant to my nose. Maybe you don't like the dry down on this. Maybe the woody and the green. Maybe you're not gonna like that. But the top is beautiful. I don't see why you will not like it, except for the fact that it's a little bit synthetic. You would love this if you love just really nice, fresh, crisp citrus smells. Definitely try this one out. You may like it because of that. It smells. I never smelled CK1, but people tell me it smells a lot like CK1. Now, the new features that I'm gonna add. Let's go with it. The shining part. In the shining part, I'm definitely gonna tell you. Look at my previous video. The shining part of this fragrance is the top notes. This is where it shines. This is where this fragrance stands out, and this is where it's the best. So if you like the and then the base and the dry down, it's not as pleasant, so you may not like it when it comes to the end. So if you smell this at first, definitely wear this all the way throughout the end of this fragrance, because you may be disappointed. But the shines in the top notes. My second new feature, opponent colognes. The opponent cologne of this one is live jazz. So the only reason this doesn't get consistent play with me is because I wear live jazz. I'm gonna choose that one over this one sometimes. And definitely check out my previous video to understand that one better. So basically, if it's a hot summer day, I'm looking at my shelf of colognes, and right now I don't have a huge collection, so I'm not gonna have a big group to choose from. But right now, if it's a hot summer day, I'm either gonna go with this one or Live Jazz. So Live Jazz is the only one who could steal the fun from this one, steal the spotlight, or I should say. So yeah, guys, that's about it. For my final, what's up? Oh, whoa, I'm running late. Final rating is gonna get 7 out of 10. 7 out of 10. Good fragrance. Gets a 1.5 point deduction from smell. Beautiful. Have a great day, guys. Peace.